how American football works. It's often called chess with pads for a reason. Welcome to the ultimate guide to understanding the game, plus 10 mind-blowing facts that will make you sound like a genius at your next watch party. So, what is American football? Forget the continuous flow of soccer. Football is a game of explosive, strategic plays. Each burst of action lasts just a few seconds. The goal is simple: move the ball down the field and into your opponent's end zone to score. The team with the most points when the clock hits 0 wins. Let's start with the field, nicknamed the gridiron. It's 100 yards long, plus the 10-yard end zones, making it 120 yards total. The lines every 5 yards give it that grid-like look. On this gridiron, 2 teams of 11 players face off. But here's the catch: each team is actually 3 smaller teams in one. You have the offense, whose job is to score points, the defense, whose job is to stop them, and the special teams, who only come out for kicking plays like field goals and punts. Now, for the most important concept, the down system. The offense gets for chances, or downs, to move the ball at least 10 yards forward. If they succeed, say on their first try, they get a brand new set of 4 downs to go another 10 yards. They keep doing this all the way down the field. But if they've used up 3 downs and haven't made it 10 yards, they face a big decision on 4th down. They can punt, kicking the ball far away to the other team. They can try for a field goal, kicking the ball through the uprights for 3 points. Or, if they're feeling brave, they can go for it. One last attempt to get the yards. It's a huge risk, because if they fail, the other team takes over right where they stand. Scoring is what it's all about. A touchdown, where a player carries or catches the ball in the end zone, is worth a whopping 6 points. After a touchdown, you can kick an extra point for 1 point, or try for a 2-point conversion by running one more play into the end zone for 2 points. A field goal from anywhere on the field is worth 3 points. And there's one more weird one: a safety. If the defense tackles an offensive player in his own end zone, the defense gets the points and the ball. To really get the strategy, you need to know the players. On offense, you have the quarterback, or QB. He's the general, deciding to throw, hand off, or run the ball on almost every play. The running back is the ground soldier, taking the ball and charging through the defense. Wide receivers are the air support, sprinting downfield to catch passes. The tight end is a hybrid player who both blocks and catches. And protecting them all is the offensive line 5 massive bodyguards, whose only job is to protect the QB and clear a path. On the other side of the ball, the defense is trying to wreck all those plans. The defensive line crashes into the O-line, trying to tackle the quarterback. Behind them are the linebackers, the leaders of the defense who tackle anyone that gets through. And finally, the defensive backs are the speedsters who guard the wide receivers and try to stop long passes. The highest level of football is the NFL, the National Football League. Founded in 1920, it now has 32 teams split into 2 conferences, the NFC and the AFC. The season kicks off with preseason games in August. Then comes the regular season from September to January, where each team plays 17 games. The best teams advance to the playoffs, a single elimination tournament where one loss sends you home. Finally, in February, the champion of the NFC plays the champion of the AFC in the Super Bowl, the biggest sporting event in the United States. All right, now you know the basics. But the history of the NFL is filled with bizarre stories and unbelievable stats. Let's dive into 10 crazy but true facts that sound completely made up. Number 1. Larry Fitzgerald's hands were apparently made of glue. He played for 17 seasons and was famous for not dropping passes. But get this, in his entire career, he had more tackles than dropped passes. A receiver gets a tackle by chasing down a defender after an interception. This means he was literally better at cleaning up his quarterback's mistakes than he was at making his own. Number 2. The self-touchdown. Quarterback Brad Johnson once threw a pass that was batted straight back into the air by a defender. Johnson didn't panic. He caught his own pass and ran it into the end zone for a touchdown. He is the only player in NFL history to ever throw a touchdown pass to himself. Number 3. The Philadelphia Eagles logo mystery. Have you ever noticed that most NFL animal logos face to the right? The Eagles logo is the only one that faces left. Why? The designer cleverly shaped the feathers on the back of the eagle's neck to form a hidden letter E for Eagles. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. Number 4. The shortest player in history. Football players are giants, right? Not always. In 1929, Jack Shapiro played running back at just 5 feet 1 inch tall. He used his small stature to hide behind his massive offensive linemen, making him nearly impossible for defenders to find. He remains the shortest player to ever play in the NFL. Number 5. The one-sided helmet. The Pittsburgh Steelers have an iconic logo, but it's only on the right side of their helmet. Back in 1962, the team wasn't sure if they liked the new logo, so they put it on just one side as a test. They had a great season and decided it was good luck, so they kept it that way forever. Number 6. Super Bowl I tickets were incredibly cheap. Today, a ticket can cost thousands of dollars, but for the very first Super Bowl in 1967, tickets were just $12. And the craziest part? The game didn't even sell out. Thousands of seats were empty because nobody thought it was a big deal yet. Number 7. The unbeatable Night Train record. In 1952, a rookie named Dick Night Train Lane set a record that still stands, grabbing 14 interceptions in a single season. What makes this so untouchable is that the season was only 12 games long back then. Today, players have 17 games and still, no one has come close. Number 8. The old man of football. Most players retire by their early 30s, but George Blanda played until he was 48 years old. He played for 26 seasons as both a quarterback and a kicker. In his final season, he was actually older than his team's head coach. Number 9. The worst team in history. In 1976, the brand new Tampa Bay Buccaneers lost every single game. Then they lost the first 12 games of the next season for a grand total of 26 losses in a row. They went nearly the full years without a single win. Their bright orange uniforms were even nicknamed creamsicles. And finally, number 10, the scoreless game. In 1943, the Detroit Lions and New York Giants played to a 0-0 tie. The field was a muddy mess, and neither team could get anything going. It was the last time an NFL game ended with no points scored by either side, a feat we'll likely never see again. From its complex strategies to its bizarre history, American football is more than just a game. It's a spectacle of strength, speed, and sometimes pure absurdity. Now you're ready for kickoff. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of sports.